guys, how's it going? It's Javon Hyder from Forex to Freedom. In this video, I wanted to cover a topic that comes across my desk just about every day, and that's whether you should use Forex Robots or learn to trade by hand. Actually, what comes across my desk every day is what Forex Robot to use. A lot of people contact me about expert advisors because when I first started trading in the Forex market, I was using robots to trade. And lucky for me, I did have a lot of success in the beginning using robots. So what I used to do is make videos about different robots, kind of do some reviews. And so I did a couple reviews on two popular robots, and I'm kind of known now as the robot guy online. And that's cool. But the problem with that is that I actually do not use robots anymore. My plan from the very beginning was to use robots just to be able to get into the market, to kind of get my feet wet, to see how things worked. But my ultimate goal was to learn how to trade myself, learn how to trade by hand. So I don't personally use robots anymore. But that doesn't mean that they're all bad. There's some pros and some cons to using expert advisors. There's some pros and some cons to trading by hand. So in this video, we're going to discuss those pros and those cons. So first, let's look at human trading benefits. The first and probably the number one benefit of learning to trade by hand is that you're able to manage your risk. When you learn the benefit of money management, you know that it is the number one reason most new traders get knocked out of the market, get knocked out of their business very quickly in the Forex market. You have to be able to manage your risk, and trading by hand, that's very easy to do. So managing your risk is huge, and it's something you have to learn, and it's something that's very easy to do when you're placing the trade yourself. If you're only supposed to risk 3%, you can do some easy math and make sure you only risk 3%. That's managing your risk. That's very easy to do, and you can do it when you're trading by hand. The other thing you can do is you can manage your risk to reward ratio. A lot of people don't realize this. With just a 1 to 3 ratio, if you just win at 25% of the time, you'll break even. So what I'm saying is, if you risk 100 pips, you should try to make 300 pips. And when you're trading by hand, you can set that ratio up that way. Therefore, if you just flip a coin, you know, hey, you can win at 40% just flipping a coin, and you'll be profitable in the market. But it's all because you manage your risk and manage your risk to reward ratio, and you can do that very easily when you're trading by hand. The other benefit to trading by hand is you can develop a consistent winning trade. You can study one currency pair, learn how it moves, learn when to get in, learn when to get out, and just develop a consistent winning trade that wins over and over and over again. You also can trade in your free time, trading by hand. You don't necessarily have to be glued to the monitor all the time. And lastly, trading by hand, what you're really doing when you learn to trade by hand is you're developing a life increasing skill. What I mean by that is that you're developing a skill that has the ability to pay you over and over and over again for years and years and years to come. Because as you learn one trade and master it, then you can learn another trade and master that, and learn another trade and master that. So you're learning a skill that can never be taken away from you. As long as you have a chart, an account, and a little capital, you'll be able to make money. So those are the benefits of learning to trade by hand. You know, a lot of people are scared to learn, but it's a life increasing skill. So now let's look at some of the benefits for the expert advisor. First of all, hey, it places the trades for you. So this is the lazy man's heaven. You just sit back, put the robot on, let it do its thing. Another benefit is that, you know, hey, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. That's kind of always the case in the Forex market. You always have a 50-50 chance, you know, of winning. The other thing is there's no human emotional connections. The thing about the robot is going to do what the robot is going to do. A problem you run in with trading by hand is that sometimes you can get emotionally connected to a currency pair, or you can get emotionally connected to wanting to be right no matter what the charts are telling you, or no matter how the trade is going against you. In your mind, your emotions just say, I want to be right. I need to be right. I know I'm right. This currency pair is going to turn and go in my favor. A lot of times that does not happen. So with the expert advisor, that takes that off of the table because you don't have anything to do with it. Another benefit is that, hey, the robot is pre-programmed. You buy it, you download it, you put it onto your broker account, let it run. You're off to the races. And the last benefit is, hey, you got a 60-day money back guarantee. So what I tell people is, if you're interested in a robot, you don't have to take 3 months to decide whether you're gonna give it a try. Most robots are under 150, under 200 bucks. Try it. Most of them have a 60-day money back guarantee. Try it for 30, 40, I would say 45 days. Hey, if it works, keep it. If it doesn't, send it back. You don't lose anything. So a lot of people, really try to do a lot of research on robots, and hey, just buy the thing. It's 200 bucks. Test it. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't, send it back. Real simple. So let's look at some of the cons of this situation. Some of the cons of human trading is, again, you have to deal with those human emotions. You have to be, you can't be emotionally connected to any one trade. You can blow your account out that way. Second is, it does take discipline. You have to follow the rules of the trade that you've set up or that you've learned. That's key. Any trading system can fail. Any trading strategy can fail simply because you don't follow the rules of your trade. I know that sounds crazy, but it's very easy to become undisciplined in the Forex market because it's just, hey, it's a little bit addictive. So you need to be able to have rules and follow them. Another con is that you must seek trading knowledge. That's kind of a hard thing out here. You never know what's good information and what's not, but you have to keep seeking. You have to keep trying to find more knowledge on trading. You have to read a lot of books if you really want to become a professional. And that's just the way it is. If anything that you want to be good at, it's going to take some work, which leads to number 4, practice. You got to practice. Practice makes perfect, but every broker offers a demo account. It's free. It's not real money. Trading by hand, if you are trading on the demo account by hand, you can rest assured those resorts are going to transfer over to a live account. Why? Because you're trading by hand. That's not always the case with expert advisors. So let's look at some of the cons for expert advisors. First of all, you're at the mercy of the expert advisor when it comes to money management. Most expert advisors have a money management system built into it, but the question is that the type of money management you want to run? For instance, if you're using a robot that uses the Martindale system, I think that's how you say it. Basically, say you lose 10 pips on the next trade, it go up to 20. You lose that 20, then it go up to 40. You lose that 40, then it goes up to 80. The problem with that is, just think about it. If you get up to 80, let's say those are pips. Let's say we'll use those as pips. No, let's say percent. Let's say, okay, you lose 1%. Then the next trade, it goes in at 2%. You lose that 2%. The next trade, it goes in at 4%. Lose that 4%. Next time, it goes in at 8%. If you lose that 8%, and then it jumps up to 16%, and then you lose that 16%, you got to add up all those other percents you've lost beneath that 16%. You may have lost 40, 50% of your trading account because that's the type of money management that's built into the robot. So that's the problem. To me, that's the number one problem with robots, is that you really can't control the risk, and that's the number one thing that will get you out of the market the quickest. That's why robots are dangerous, in my opinion, because you can't manage the risk. Now, if you know how to go into the robot and critique some things, hey, that's cool. Robots do work. I made some good money with robots. I'm not trying to bash robots. I'm just showing you the kind of the situation. Now, the next situation is that when the market conditions change, so will your results. Have you ever wondered why you can take two people, both purchase the same robot? Have you ever seen where one person is like, this robot rocks, I've made so much money, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and then the second person is saying, this robot sucks, I can't wait to turn it back in. I feel like I've been scammed. Have you ever seen that before? Let me explain why that happens. That happens because the first trader got the robot, ran it during the ideal market conditions that the robot was programmed to trade in, and they had success. The second trader bought the same robot, ran it in market conditions that was not ideal for how the EA was programmed, and they lost. Same robot, different market conditions, different results. Therefore, you can have a robot to start off great, and then the market conditions switch up, and then it just loses everything it's made you. Again, that's another major con of using an expert advisor, and that's just the way it is. Robots are programmed. That's really, I should have had you got a 50-50 chance of winning that here on a con, actually, because that's why you got a 50% chance of winning. If you run the robot at the right time under the right market conditions that it's programmed for, you got a great chance of winning. If you don't, you got a great chance of losing. So really it's 50-50 in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Now, another con is that most companies disappear within 6 months. I've been doing this for 5 years now. I've seen so many robots come and go. It's ridiculous. But let me tell you what's really happening behind the scenes. It's the same people really rehashing the same robot. They just put it in a different package and put it back out in the marketplace. A lot of these robots are really the same robot, just critiqued a little different, switched to something a little different, put a different name on it. So it's dangerous to buy a robot because you don't know what's in that box. You don't know how it's programmed to run most times. So that takes us into the fourth con, which is bad customer support. You know, hey, after the company disappears, who are you going to get customer support from to fix little glitches in the robot? So with all that being said, this is why I have created a course called Forex to Freedom to teach you what I call the freedom trade. Now with the freedom trade, it's a very simple trade. Anybody can do this. Anybody can learn it. Okay, we trade on the daily charts. That gives us a lot of benefits. First of all, you can check your trades once a day when the market opens at around 7 and see whether you need to adjust your trade, move to break even, take a new trade, or exit your trade. By trading on the daily charts, you're not caught in so much noise, is what they call it, up and down movement, staircase movement, you know, back and forth movement, which you will be caught in lower time frames. So being on the daily chart just gives us a lot of advantages. It makes it very easy trading, nice laid back trading, nice low stress trades, and I like it like that. The second thing about the freedom trade is that it's built on a very simple philosophy. We follow the trend. It's as simple as that. You've all heard it before. The trend is your friend. I go with the masses. I roll with the big boys. If everybody's buying, I'm buying. I'm not going to just sit here and say, I see it going up, but I personally believe it's going to turn around. Hey, I don't do that. If the trend is telling me that it's in a bull movement, it's bullish. That's just the bottom line. So it's very simple. Following the trend has been around for ages, and it's a profitable way to trade. The next thing is if you can learn how to spot support and resistance. That's it. This is the heart of the freedom trade. Learn how to spot support and resistance, and by doing that, that will allow you to see an entry point, set a stop loss, and a profit target. So before you even enter into the trade, you will know exactly how much you're risking. That's managing your risk. You will know exactly how much is possible for your profit. That's managing your risk to reward ratio. And you will know when the best time to enter. So those are all the things you need to have a true, real trading strategy and system. And last but not least, in the course, I teach you how to manage your money management. And your money management is based on your account size. This is why anybody can take this trade. Anybody can take this course and survive in the market, because it's going to be based on your account size. So based on your account size, you'll be able to figure out what lot size you should be at, what you should be risking, and again, you'll know before you even enter the trade what's your possible loss, what's your possible profit, and when to get in. So this is the information that you need to know right here, and the Freedom Trade is here for you. It's been a good trade to me. Again, it's very easy to learn. Anybody can do it. So look under this video, click on the link, take a look at it, grab it today. It will help you become a better trader. And the final result for robots or trading by hand, that's going to be up to you. But in my opinion, you want to learn how to trade by hand. I don't know if I'm going to quote this right, but I'm going to try it. Give a man a piece of fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. That's the situation you're in. That robot may win for a couple months, 2-3 months, but typically they start to lose. But learning to trade by hand is something you'll be able to do for the rest of your life. So check out the course, grab it today, and hey, trade your way to freedom today. This is Javon Hyder from Forex Freedom. Everybody be blessed. Bye-bye.